Just how many Americans are paying close attention to the immigration bill now being debated in Congress? Attitudes towards illegal immigration and what should be done about it are very complex. That Americans in principle support the ideas behind the new legislation being discussed in Congress, even as we speak. That is increased border security and some type of pathway to citizenship for illegal immigrants if they meet certain requirements. However, our new data show that a lot of Americans simply aren't paying attention at all to the immigration bill. Those that are those who are strongly opposed to it. Let's look at some of the numbers here. How closely are you following news about the immigration bill? 60% say they are following it very or somewhat closely. Only 18% very closely. Based on the context of other issues we have tracked using this measure, this is only average attention being paid to this bill. What about the favor or oppose question, the key question? Look at that. 58%, almost 6 out of 10 Americans tell us they don't know enough about this bill to have an opinion either way. But as I noted, of those who do, 3-to-1 margin, 30% to 11% opposition rather than favor for the bill. That's the key. Look at it here. We have isolated for you just those Americans who say they are paying very close attention to the bill. Here it's almost 4-to-1 opposition. So the more attention you're paying to the bill, the more likely you are to be opposed to it, or to reverse it, the more opposed you are to this bill, the more likely you are to be paying attention to the bill. By the way, not the type of Republican versus Democratic difference in support or opposition to the bill you might have predicted. In fact, there's very little meaningful difference between Republicans and Democrats. Interestingly, independents, those who don't identify with either party, on a ratio basis, opposition to favor, are most likely to be opposed to the new immigration bill. A lot of Americans who, based on our data, may support the idea behind this bill aren't paying much attention to it, but there is a core minority of Americans who are paying close attention and who are strongly opposed to the bill. And it is these people who we don't doubt are making their voices heard now in letters and emails and other ways to their elected representatives in Washington. Tomorrow on the Daily Briefing, we'll look in more depth at Americans' attitudes towards Newt Gingrich. I'm Dr. Frank Newport, editor-in-chief of the Gallup poll with Democracy on Demand. Take the Daily Briefing with you. Search for Gallup at the iTunes Music Store.